Hey there, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directive. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I decided to try doing monthly readings in a different way by going by the astrological signs. And so, hey, Cancer, hey. This reading covers from the solstice of June 21st until July 22nd. So for this astrological sign of Cancer, I want to remind you to please leave me a comment if you would like to have your name entered into the drawing for the free 9-card little mini reading that I will send to you privately. And so let's go ahead and get started. When I do these, I like to work with the inner planets, so the sun through Mars, and let's just see what we get. Oh, it's about justice, karmic justice, which makes so much sense because this is a major karmic. Oh, we've got all this energy happening, and this full moon in Sagittarius is just launching us into this eclipse season, and it's huge. It's huge, and it's going to be very huge for you because with Cancer in the North Node, or I should say, in the North Node in Cancer, however that works. But look at that beautiful justice card, and the wind is blowing, and I feel like it's the winds of justice are changing. It's like something that wasn't fair is going to get corrected. So let's just see what that means in your life. But that looks powerful and amazing. So let's just see what kind of guidance we can get here from the sun. The sun, okay, so the sun is definitely in your first house. So the sun is shining on you. You are so lit up this month between the North Node and the eclipse is going on there. And Mercury will be doing retrograde in Cancer. And Venus is in Cancer. And Mars is going to spend some of its time in Cancer. And so this is huge. This is a big time for you. Oh, you have wisdom. You have wisdom. All I truly need is within me. All I truly need is within me. Good mantra. So if you're doubting yourself, don't doubt your intuition. If your wisdom comes from life experiences, not just this life, but past life, so sometimes you just know things. You know. Trust yourself. All that I truly need is within me. Sorry, I was reading upside down. All that I truly need is within me. It's powerful. Believe it, say it every morning, every night, whatever. This is a big opportunity with that new moon eclipse happening on July 2nd in your first house. What do you want to plant the seeds of intention for? Be thinking about that. But we have Mercury. Okay, so Mercury is in Cancer. And it'll be in Cancer until June 26th. And then it moves into Leo. But then on July 7th, it starts retrograding back. And it'll get back to Cancer before it starts going direct again. And that's on July 31st. And so those last few degrees of Cancer are going to get run over like 3 times. If you happen to have anything that's significant in that part of the chart in Cancer, any of your planets or anything, you're going to get a lot of review over those areas. Wow. So you have Peaceful Warrior. Thank you, Ariel, for helping me stand my ground with peace and spiritual gifts from Archangel Raziel. Thank you, Raziel, for helping me channel my gifts and my talents. I want you to look at how fired up both of those are. This is solar plexus. This is sacral chakra. So sacral chakra is your second house of self-value, self-worth, self-esteem, manifestation in the material world of finances. And the solar plexus is your seat of self-confidence. It's how you radiate out to the world. It's how you attract into you. So Archangel Raziel and Archangel Ariel, call on them to help you to communicate what you need to communicate, because this is in Mercury. to help you communicate. Be very clear. So lots of Mercury in retrograde stuff, right? Is a chance to review, reinvent, renew, anything, right? The words. And people are like, oh, don't sign any contracts, don't go on trips, don't blah, blah. Okay, so those delays and things can happen. Yes. But the reason they happen is because when Mercury goes retrograde, it's kind of like having a lot of static on your radio. And so it's hard to communicate properly. So slow down. Don't drive too fast. Take your time. Allow plenty of time to get from point A to point B. You know, be prepared the night before so that you have all your stuff gathered up so you're not frazzled, right? Do what you can to reduce the anxiety levels. And speak clearly and listen and make sure that you look over whatever it is that you're writing that says in the most concise way that you can think of or the most clear way that you can think of what you want to say. I know that when Mercury was in retrograde in Pisces, I was a hot mess because I have almost all water in my chart. So yes, it really messed with me. This one's not messing with me so far. I mean, that last one started messing with me before we got into shadow, and we are almost in the shadow. The shadow starts on June 20th, and it goes until August 15th. So far, so good. Knocking on wood. All right, so I think it's what you decide, a lot of it. If you want it to be difficult, well, then you're going to be all fired up and angry. Or you can just plan to take things a little slower and pay attention to the details just a little bit more and try not to fire off when you're angry. I think that's what Ariel's saying, is try to be peaceful. Stand up for yourself, but say it in kind and gentle ways. You know, but your spiritual gifts. This is a great time to communicate with spirit, because Mercury is all about communication. So spend time, and I want to say like at sunrise, because there's like all this energy here of like a sunrise. So if you can get outside and spend a few minutes at the sunrise. And yes, Venus is also in Cancer, and it says quiet retreat. So yes, I think Spirit wants to talk to you. I think that's where you'll get the downloads of wisdom. That's part of the spiritual gifts coming in. I think maintaining your peace. And quiet retreat says it's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create the quiet time for yourself, and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. I feel like justice is in charge here. Divine timing is in charge here. So connecting with Spirit right now so that you can move through the changes that are going to be happening with these eclipses in the most beneficial way possible for yourself. A lot of opportunity here. A lot. And then on July 16th, then there is a full moon eclipse in Capricorn. So what were you doing about 18 months ago? What'd you start? That should be coming to some kind of a conclusion here. Powerful ending. Powerful end. I think this is where this really comes into play. It's going to be with that eclipse energy. Like something that's been out of balance is going to be rebalanced. And it's going to be balanced in the correct way. You may or may not like it. But it'll be the way it's supposed to be. I feel like a situation will find some sort of a resolution that needs to be resolved. Wow, these cards are stuck. Okay. See that? Don't be that. Allow things to flow through you. Find a new way to communicate if it's not working. Be willing to make adjustments. This is that energy of Mercury. But, wow. Taking your time. It's going to be a thing. I want one more really good shuffle here to feel good about this. There we go. Wow, that was really tough. All right, let's see what that means. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I checked the bottom. I do for myself, but I felt like I needed to, and we have a win-win outcome as forecast. So no matter what else, this win-win, that's the balanced scales of Libra. Justice is the balanced scales of Libra. So karmic justice. Scales are going to be balanced. That's important. Ooh, fiery climax. Oh, these are nice. So, new moon in Cancer. It says you and your loved ones are safe. That's beautiful. So that's that new moon energy, that eclipse energy. But what do you really want to create? Because it's in your first house. You can really take it anywhere you want. This is definitely referring to the fact that it's in the 4th house and it rules the 4th house of mother and home and nurturing. But that's nice. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying don't think that that's the eclipse energy exactly for you. You also have a fiery climax approaches. So yes, I think that full moon in Capricorn is going to bring about an ending to a situation that really needs to go. But here, this is so beautiful. You are very close to achieving your goal, and it is a win-win situation. So there's an ending coming of some sort, and you're being asked to be the peaceful warrior. Don't forget to be the peaceful warrior. I have a feeling that it could get a little rough. Be the best version of yourself. Not a wimp, just, a warrior, but a peaceful warrior. And take some time for yourself and work on your intuition. Your intuitive gifts are being highlighted, and I feel like that's part of this too. Now we need a little direction from Mother Earth here, from Gaia. Just, Cancer's water sign, yes, but it's also, if you think about it, you're the grounded water sign, right? You run low to the ground, out into the surf, you come back in, burrow down into the sand. So being grounded is really important. Plus, ground creates a container for water, so it helps keep your emotions in check. You have the raven. Prepare for a change. I see the raven, but really all I see when I look at this is I see the dove rising. Spirit's got this change. This is a divinely ordered change. This is that karmic justice. You have elephant. Open yourself to true abundance. True abundance. Abundance of all of the things that come from the universe. You can be financially cared for. You can have it all. You can have the emotional satisfaction. You can have the spiritual, commitments. You can, all of the pieces. And you have rat. Be true to yourself, and the universe will reward you. Stand in your truth. Be the peaceful warrior. Big change is coming. Things are happening. This is a big, big, big month, especially for Cancer. It's huge. It's huge. The scales of karmic justice are going to come back into balance. If there is a situation that's been out of whack, it is going to get resolved. Maybe not this month. Okay, I do. But it will be set right. Things will be put in place and in motion that will end up bringing things back to how they're supposed to be. That is not to say this won't be a bumpy ride. It could very well be. Wow, you got a book. Intuition big time. Look at that. That's like the third thing, quiet retreat, spiritual gifts. Actually, wisdom is 4. This is 5. Be true to yourself. That would make 6. Like, really pay attention. You have communication and community. Oh, I love this community card. I'd never seen it until Gemini just got it. Look at that. Find the community that sparks that kind of joy in you, where you just feel free to dance like nobody cares, and you're just kicking up your heels, and your joy lights up everything. You have communication. And this is really interesting. You have intimacy. And this looks romantic. That looks definitely romantic. Has that spiritual thing, almost like soulmate energy. Honor my body with love and respect. Emotional intimacy. This is about emotional intimacy. To maintain a healthy relationship, you must learn how to be emotionally intimate. So that's this communication here. That might be the community too. Emotional intimacy. And emotional intimacy isn't just with your significant other, right? It could be with your children. It could be, with your parents. It's close friends. Being willing to open up, being willing to share who you really are, and know that you will be loved and accepted for who you are. It's very big. Oh my goodness. Okay. So these little cards, I need the flashlight for. Oh my gosh. First one out was love. What can you focus on for this month? And that was so we have love, freedom. I have 5. I thought you had 4. Even with the flashlight. Oh, beauty. So this beauty is about understanding that you are a beautiful, perfect child of God. It's not about what you look like. It's about the fact that God's light is who is inside of you. You're a part of God, and that is beautiful. Wealth does not suck. I just want to say, does not suck. And acceptance. So, acceptance of who you are. Accept that you're beautiful. Accept love. Accept wealth. If you have an opportunity handed to you, don't be afraid to take it. But this is also self-acceptance. This is accepting that you are a beautiful person. The beauty comes from the inside, right? You're a beautiful person. Ooh, and freedom. And this feels like freedom to be who you are. Didn't we have that on one of these? Be true to yourself and the universe will reward you. Accept who you are. Love yourself unconditionally. When you love yourself unconditionally, you draw and attract love to you. You really do. And listen to your intuition. So much here because it's such an exciting time. Don't let Mercury retrograde freak you out. It is like almost nothing compared to everything else that's going on this month. So just, it's background noise for real. Like there's going to be static. Just pay attention to the details, but don't focus on that crap. Focus on your communication with spirit. Focus on loving yourself unconditionally. Focus on staying centered and calm in the middle of the chaos. Creating emotional intimacy with people. And understanding that divine timing is at hand. And things that have been out of whack are going to be brought back into balance. You may not see it right now, but what's going on right now is definitely setting things in motion for it. So get in the flow and ride with it. And celebrate it. And celebrate yourself. And happy birthday to you. All right? And we'll talk soon. Take care.